Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter.
Here we go.
Here's Banton. And that one is hammered home.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Now Hollins, three-pointer, and Hollins pulls it down. Here's Black, fires from deep, drills the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Banton. Second shot opportunity. The kick out to Irving. Trains the three-pointer.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Black. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Brewer up top. 6 to shoot. Albuquerque needs to get a shot off it. Here's Klingon. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Banton. There's the three. And Hollins pulls it down. Here's Klingon. The offensive rebound. Here's Hollins. Nailed from three-point land.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Koulibaly with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Shot's good by Banton.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Black. No good on the three. Irving looking over the floor. Puts up a deep three. And Klingon pulls it down. And Albuquerque with the possession. Trailing by 2. Here's Koulibaly. Drills it from outside. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Pass to Koulibaly. From downtown. Good on the three-point shot.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Black. Now, here's Hollins. .107 left in the first quarter of the game. On the three off target.
and you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Irving from long range. Pass to Hollins. And stolen by Hollins. Here's Brewer. That three off the mark.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Benton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so here's Albuquerque. Koulibaly with it. Guarded now by Irving. Here's Black. Albuquerque again can't hit it. Pass to Jock. Now Hollins. He got it up. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Up 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Here's Mobo. Pass to Yabusele. Takes a three. Rebounded by Covington. And here's Biyombo. Covington with it. Dunn covering.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
First team foul.
The visitors with the ball. 4-point game. For three, Smith. It's good from long range.
Smith with the size and lift to elevate above the crowd and knock down jumpers when he gets to his spot.
Here's Yabusele. Pass to Jock. Right with it. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Here's Mobo. Fires the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Got that one up quick.
3 points.
Wright's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And again, Albuquerque with the triple.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
From deep three-point territory. And it's Wright missing. Albuquerque trails by 4. Here's Dunn. Pass to Yabusele. For the three. Rebound by Smith.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Offline with his three. And it's Wright with the ball for Albuquerque. Lets it fly. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Albuquerque with the possession. Trailing by 2. Here's Yabusele. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. That's a 2 from Smith. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Smith's got 5 points now in the quarter. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Jock. Buries the long-range jumper. Jopp's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Smith with it from past the arc. It's rebounded by Jock. Wright Looking around. Here's Mobo. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And so here's Albuquerque. Pass to Jock. There's the screen. Launches from deep. They get the rebound. And it's done in the corner. Right down low. Here's Yabusele. Covered by Smith. Clock is at 3. This one for 3. Here's Mobo. Right outside. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Kept alive. Pass to Dunn. Fires for 3. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Biombo. That's good.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Smith with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Jop. Pass to Yabusele. Biombo with the block. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Leading by just 1. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Klingon. Here's Black. From deep three-point land, it's rebounded by Koulibaly. Here's Chop. No good from outside.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Hollins. On the wing, Brewer. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brewers got the lead up to 2 now for Albuquerque. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Irving for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Irving's got 6 points.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to Klingon. They set the pick. Fires the 3. He can't get it to go.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now, here's Brewer. He's defended by Koulibaly. For 3. No good on the shot. Brent Koulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch, and this guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive teams by the time his career is done. That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Black. Shoots the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. 6 points for him.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 6. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. From deep. shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's tipped. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. Now, Koulibaly. There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Hollins. The three. And Hollins pulls it down. Outside Irving. Takes the three. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Nice shot by Yabusele.
Lazy defense there, guys. You have to guard the outside on inbounds plays, too. Every man has to be accounted for in those situations.
For three, Smith. A three-pointer is right on target. Smith's got 8.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Tipped away. Here's Mobo. Pass to Jock. Done with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Yabusele. Fires away from outside. That's Biyombo with the rebound. Here we go, one-on-one. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Jock. Albuquerque again can't hit it. It's Covington on the wing. In the corner, Smith with it. And no good that time. Here's Yabusele. The third quarter comes to a close. Up by 4. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the wing, man. They set the screen. Smith. And Jock with the block. It's right on the wing. Pass to Dunn. Here's Jock, covered by Smith. A free ball. Jock can't make it work. Here's Banton. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
So it's the visitors now. They lead by 4. Outside Covington. 5 on the clock. Off target from outside. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Dunn. Yep, that one goes in there. Dunn's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Albuquerque.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Here's Wright. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
In the corner, Smith with it. There's a screen. He takes it in. Got a piece of it. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. Pass to Mobo. To tie it up. Koulibaly with it. Now here's Wright. Back to Koulibaly. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Looking to get back on track here.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
First team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. To take the lead. Black, no good. On the wing, Irving. Back to Wright. Driving the lane. And Wright throws it down hard.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat-out effort was not there.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Wasted no time on that one.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
A nice shot by Black.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Deflects the pass. Pass to Koulibaly. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Yabusele. Back to Black. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Irving.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense. Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
To tie it up. Back to Brewer. Count it!
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
6 seconds left in the game. Here's Chubb. Oh, and he got it!
Did that beat the buzzer, Kevin?
Yes!
Wow.
Yes!
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, doesn't get any better than that.
Man, I'm just blown away. Absolutely as clutch as you can get. People are going to be...
OK Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Here's Benton. Pass to Irving. Tipped away. And here's Albuquerque now. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Fantastic athleticism from Brewer there. His arms that go forever, it seems, make it easy for him to dunk it down.
Team foul.
So it's the home team now. Irving for three. Hits the trifecta.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Black to the inside. Hollins. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets. And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Now here's Coulibaly. Pass to Hollins. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Klingon. Launches a three. Cleared away by Hollins. On the break from deep three-point land. Job misses. There's a screen. Here's Hollins. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
And you watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Here's Brewer. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Black. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Irving. And blocked with his palm. What a defensive play. Batten on the wing. He shoots it. Irving with it. And Irving powers it home.
The doctor is in. What a display of those trademark dunking abilities. Quite unique. Julius Irving.
Here's Black. Outside Coulibaly. And there's the screen. Pass to Job. From 12 feet. Count it.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Hollins. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. Outside Coulibaly. Off the mark there with a three.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Home team foul. Julius Irving. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Black. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Down low. Klingon. Pass to Black. Here's the teardrop. And he sinks the layup.
Assisted by
Black's gotten his second bucket.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
46 seconds left in the opening quarter. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
A one-handed tomahawk, that's a guaranteed highlight, B.A.
Check out the bench. They flew out of their seats after that.
That's how you get your teammates fired up.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And that one drops for him.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And it's Irving off the drive. And Irving powers it home.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you gotta love that action.
personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Team foul.
First free throw is good.
Shooting for Albuquerque. Anthony Black.
That one's no good. Pass to Coulibaly. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. They're up by one. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now Wright uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's just a good example of Wright taking what the defense gives. I mean, why settle for an outside shot when there's room to work inside?
And here's Wright from the arc. Here's Smith. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Wright with the ball. Guarded by Covington. Pass to Coulibaly. Three-pointer. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Now here's Smith. Knocks it down from distance. Smith's got himself on the board with a three there.
And he likes to be the answer guy. Smith with a huge response three.
Here's Wright. What a terrific move that is.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Biyombo. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Offline with a three.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Boy, I love to see Covington blast off the floor. He's so good at reading angles and making himself a target in transition.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
And here's Wright from the arc. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Covington. Here's Wright. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Ooh, stolen by Smith. And here's Biyombo. It's tipped. Outside Koulibaly.
Home team foul.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Yabusele. Here's the pick. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Right, attacking. Astamobo. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And here's Koulibaly. Puts up a deep three. Offensive rebound. Here's Yabusele. The three ball. And the three-pointer goes. Give him 8 points now.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Here's Biyombo. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth. Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Here's Yabusele. No good that time. Good D by Covington. To the paint. Back to Wright. It's stolen by Wright. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Here's Yabusele. Give him 8 points now.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Wow. Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
Here's Yabusele, hounded by Wright. Outside Koulibaly. Wright outside. Here's Mobo. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note. Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pass to Klingon. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
For a 7'2" guy like Donovan Klingon, it must be easy to jam it.
It's stolen by Dunn. It's intercepted. Here's Jop. And it's blocked.
Wow, great size and better positioning made that block possible from Klingon.
Albuquerque leading by 6. Here's Black. 7 points in the game. Here's Dunn. He buries it from 3. Dunn's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Benton. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Brewer. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Good shot, gone bad. You gotta finish there.
And Irving gets it to go.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Here's Black. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And this will be his second trip to the free throw line. That free throw misses.
At the line for Albuquerque, Anthony Black.
And the second free throw is good. So it's the home team now. 8-point game.
Albuquerque foul. Done. First personal foul. First team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's Irving missing. loose. Here's Brewer. Out to the right wing. Plenty of space. Nice jump shot. Black's got 10.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level. Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Outside Irving. To the middle. And Irving powers it home.
He has honed some kind of roll. Julius Irving making it pop.
Here's Black. 10 points for him. Fires it. It's rebounded by Job. Pass to Hollins. Back to Ben. Five on the clock. Here's Hollins. In transition, here they come. The three. Shot is good by Brewer. 5 points in the game.
And, you know, Brewer works on these shots all the time. As soon as the ball hits his hands, he's ready to shoot it. Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's Hollins. Right side, Irving. And Irving powers it home.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Substitution on the court.
So both teams changing it up here. We've got 1:28 left in the third. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Crafty move, and he lays it in. And it's now only a 5-point Albuquerque lead.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Gabaselli rips in the dunk off. The timely pump fake.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Smith outside. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Covington. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Pass to Mobo. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's Wright. Here he goes. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
This has always been a strength for Wright, attacking downhill off the dribble.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
And so it's Albuquerque closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Here's Ben. Going inside. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution
On defense, the visiting team. They've led by as many as 11. And that one's good. Koulibaly.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Pass to Klingon. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Black. Second chance shot. And that one's good. Hollins.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Right on the left side. Pass to Jop. Right outside. Here's Jop. Lots of room. They get it back. Outside Irving. There's a screen. The three is up. And Klingon pulls it down. Albuquerque leading by 6. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
Now here's Wright. On the wing, Irving. To the wing, right side. Here's Jop. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Fourth personal foul. First team foul.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Hollins. Another shot. Pass to Black.
He saw the pass coming a mile away, was perfectly positioned to intercept it.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Irving with it. Here's Jop. And he banks in the layup. And now just a 4-point Albuquerque lead.
Crucial play, using the height advantage to finish at the cylinder.
Here's Black. Koulibaly on the wing. Pass to Black. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. And that one's good. Hollins.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from him.
Outside for Irving. Puts up a deep 3. Here's Hollins with the drive. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, outstanding awareness that time from Irving. A dime to the open man for the bucket.
Pass to Klingon. Here's Black. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Klingon. Blocked! Outside Irving. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Money!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Here's Klingon. Pass to Black. Albuquerque calls timeout. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Hollins. Fades. Smith with the rebound. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What's the best strategy for him?
A chance to tie it up here. A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
7 seconds left in the game.
When you look at how they've come out in the second half, it's almost like night and day. No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Albuquerque calls timeout. Black. Oh, no good! Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here's Benton to take the lead. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Inside. Here's Hollins. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
Here's Benton. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Pass to Hollins. Outside for Irving. 6 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in overtime. 2 minutes.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The officials were right on top of that one. Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 2-point ball game.
When it's this close, he's exactly who they want at the stripe.
To the left wing. Brewer. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella. Already they're... over the limit, and it's so early. This could turn into a load of free throws.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top with those makes. Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Back to Koulibaly, to the right side. The baseline J. Hollins' shot is off.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall. You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Yabusele connects from downtown. And now a three-point Albuquerque lead.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And that one's good. Hollins. Here's Black. There's the drive. Count it.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
54 seconds left in OT. Ben drives in, and they recover it. Pass to Jock. Here's Hollins. And there's a pick. Irving with it. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Here's Black. Here's Yabusele. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he does get the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. 17 seconds left to play in overtime. Here's Koulibaly. Blocked!
And, you know, this is really what Brewer does quite well, extending out nicely and swatting away shots.
Knocks it loose. And timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
And timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
For 3, Smith. It falls! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings it within 1. Albuquerque calls timeout. For 3. So Albuquerque wins it. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
NBA, I don't think...